What's up, fight fans? The boxing world is absolutely buzzing after Ryan Garcia's huge win over Devin Haney was tainted by a massive PED scandal. We've got all the spicy reactions from celebs and pros, and man, some are going scorched earth on the young star. It all started when Haney dropped the bombshell post-fight, revealing that Garcia had failed the drug test for banned substances like Osterine and another substance according to VADA testing protocols. This is a wild way for the news to come out initially, but Garcia himself actually confirmed the positive Osterine test, giving the reports full credibility. However, there's been absolute radio silence from the New York State Athletic Commission, who oversaw the fight. No formal punishment or suspension yet for Garcia's positive test results.
Make me look like a fool for defending you while you cheated. I'ma slap you.
Gervonta Davis initially voiced his suspicion that Garcia may be definitely on something, pointing to his jacked physique. Davis didn't hold back, writing, "He never looked that big before. He's definitely on something." But now, in a bizarre twist, Tank is defending Ryan Garcia, saying he didn't cheat despite testing positive for PEDs. This is seen as pretty strange since Davis was the first to accuse Garcia of potentially cheating. It sounds like Tank may be in denial about Garcia's positive test, even though the A and B samples confirmed he used banned substances. Although Davis did decline to fight Garcia at a higher weight without rehydration clauses, suggesting he believes the weight and PED use did give Garcia an unfair advantage contrary to his public statements. But the harshest criticism is coming from legendary boxer Paulie Malignaggi, who went scorched earth.
But for you now to come out and make fun of it and not take it seriously and all those kinds of things, you show you're not responsible. And I obviously, Paulie, you know more than anybody. Chris, there's no in this sport, the integrity that is lagging in this sport, it just is unreal, and he's adding to that, and I hate it.
Paulie Malignaggi, I'm going to say it openly. I think Ryan Garcia cheated, man. I believe you took steroids and you knew it. He deserves a permanent suspension for making fun of it. Man, Paulie is accusing Garcia of knowingly doping and then joking about it with zero remorse based on what Ryan tweeted. A permanent ban seems extreme, but it shows how serious of an offense this is considered. As Chris Algieri pointed out, this one was supposed to make Garcia the new face of boxing, but that's all tainted now.
Obviously, gentlemen, huge news took everyone by surprise. Chris, I'm going to start with you. Can you shed a little light on this positive test, the substances, and what they could have done for Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, I mean, even before I get into the substances, I mean, there's a lot more details that need to come out. You need to figure out, this is going to take weeks and months to really come to fruition for us to understand what's really going on here. In terms of how much of the substances were found in the system matters in terms of thinking of whether this was something that was done intentionally or if it was a tainted supplement of some sort, an accidental ingestion. That being said, a fighter is responsible for everything that goes into their body. Objectively, he did fail the test. Objectively, these drugs did show up in his system, so it has to be dealt with. But in terms of how it's dealt with and the repercussions of it, it really matters in terms of whether it was intentional or accidental. Now, talking about the drugs in general, Osterine is something called a SARM, which is a selective androgen receptor modulator. And if you think about the name about that, selective androgen. So it attacks targets specific androgen receptors, tendons and bones, which is great for an athlete, right? It's going to make your bones harder. It's going to make your tendon strength stronger, and it's going to make your muscles a little stronger, better endurance. But on top of that, it's anti-catabolic, meaning if you're in a caloric deficit, you're trying to lose weight, you often will lose muscle tissue as well. So when a fighter's coming down weight, or any person is losing weight, you're not just losing fat, you're losing muscle as well.
Chris Algieri, it doesn't matter how small the amount was. Osterine is a banned substance. Garcia is responsible and accountable for it being in his system. The implications are huge. As Algieri said, boxing just can't miss a chance to make itself look bad with scandals like this. One voice of reason came from Showtime's Sean Porter, who advised Garcia to show some accountability as a professed Christian.
there's no real performance-enhancing drugs in sports anywhere because nobody's actually doing them. And anytime they do them, it's always an accident. So nobody's actually, the world is full.
It's never happened.
The world is full of non-cheaters, apparently, you know, and everybody's got, everybody has honesty and principles and has a backbone and all this kind of character, apparently, you know, and then so we, you know, this poor guy apparently also accidentally ingested some dynamite drugs, and it was accidentally turning his extended left hand into a hook, like a 3-inch punch, and knocking down a world champion boxer. Apparently, it's all accidentally. What do you want me to tell you guys? What do you want me to tell you?
Shawn Porter. He needs to admit wrongdoing if he purposefully cheated as a step towards recovering his integrity as a clean fighter. Porter makes a fair point. Garcia's flippant attitude and jokes about the positive tests have rubbed many the wrong way, showing a lack of integrity in a sport where people have died weight cutting and dehydrating.
Where they made sure to not do the only thing that can clear him, which is challenge VADA. And there's a lot of ways to challenge VADA that won't get you in a jam, by the way, which is chain of custody.
From a legal standpoint, Chael Sonnen broke down where Garcia's defense is lacking. He says Garcia's team needs to directly challenge the chain of custody and validity of VAD's positive urine test, as that's the core evidence they're not confronting.
Devin Haney's father says Ryan Garcia should be banned from the sport. Bill Haney, who served as his son's Devin's coach, wants Ryan Garcia out of the sport of boxing forever. He told TMZ Sports he believes the star fighter flunked the drug test should lead to a lifetime ban. Garcia's B sample came back positive for Usterin, a banned substance, after his A sample previously tested positive for the same PED weeks prior.
There's also the question of punishment. Devin Haney's dad, Bill Haney, wants Garcia banned for life after the Usterin and Nandrolone positives.
He told TMZ Sports he believes the star fighter flunked the drug test should lead to a lifetime ban. Garcia's B sample came back positive for Usterin, a banned substance, after his A sample previously tested positive for the same PED weeks prior. What you think, Ocho? What's the punishment?
Man, God, this is a tough one,
But others, like Shannon Sharp, feel a lifetime ban is too harsh for a first offense. Sharp thinks the win should be overturned and a rematch ordered under strict drug testing protocols. The overarching view seems to be that while Garcia's first offense may not warrant a permanent ban, his positive tests have undeniably tainted his legacy-making win over Haney. A suspension and redemption rematch appear to be the compromise path forward. One thing's for sure, this PED controversy is leaving an ugly stain on the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia's path to redemption and regaining respect will be an incredibly tough road. So what do you think, fam? How should the boxing world handle Garcia's situation? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single punch when we break down all the latest twists and turns in this explosive scandal.